going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your big homie, Big Bad A. You know what I'm saying? And this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all so much. The real times, man. These is crazy, crazy, crazy times, man. It's crazy times, man. I was gonna do. I got a bunch of videos lined up that I need to do, man, but to be honest with you, like I was saying earlier, I ain't trying to put myself in harm's way, man. I just want people to be informed, man. You know, shit. Just a big homie who cares, you know what I'm saying? That's all, man. Just a big homie who cares, man. Well, let me tell you something, man. I was gonna do all this other videos, but ain't nothing more important right now than this food and water crisis that we're about to go into, man. Let me just break something down to y'all. I'm tired of telling y'all, but I told y'all about 2 weeks ago, a week ago in one of my videos, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I said it way before this. I said it like a year ago. Like the food boxes, Donald Trump food boxes. I said that shit years ago, and even before that. Because if you really understand the world, you can't go at a cycle of you can't run at 100% cycle of greed forever. You'd have to tone it down at a certain point. You have to conserve. It's like money. You can't be a millionaire and stay a millionaire if you just stay spending your money every day. If you spend $10,000 every day, you do the math on how long that takes you where you spend your million out. You'll go broke before you get what I'm saying? That's just a metaphor analogy. You cannot abuse things. It's even in a relationship. You cannot abuse your woman, beat her up, rape her, treat her, mistreat her, and think she's gonna stick around forever. Can't do that. It's like Mother Earth. You can't rob and rape Mother Earth for 50, 60, 70 years, 80 to 100 years, and think it's gonna stay pleasant for your ass here. Okay? Oh, and what am I sipping on? It's food and water shortage is getting serious, man. So you got to get your body ready. I woke up kind of feeling funny a little bit this morning. You know, I smoke a whole lot. You know, I smoke a whole lot, and sometimes I feel funny. I'm gonna be sleeping a lot. So you know, what I'm drinking on this morning kombucha. Hold on. You don't know what kombucha is? Kombucha. This is probiotic water, man. Live and active cultures. Digestive enzymes. You know what I'm saying? You need these bacteria. And this bottle right here, this costs about $3 a bottle. Most people being cheap would rather spend that $3 or more on a bottle of alcohol. This bottle right here will do your body way more than a bottle of alcohol. And you still get that nasty beer taste you like. Because it's fermented. So all my beer drinkers, go ahead and get up off that beer and get you some kombucha, man. Because that beer ain't going to do nothing but fuck you up and lower your resistance, man. Your blood sugar, raise your blood sugar, causing diabetes. It can lower your resistance, causing illnesses. Just like smoking, it can lower my resistance to have my ability to fight off infections a little bit less. All right, so let me get off of that. And I'm talking about this food and water shortages. Now, like I said, I told y'all about this shit like a week or two ago. All over the news right now, they're talking about food and water becoming a problem. And what news, you might ask? Oh, where do you see this news? You got to dig for the truth. You got to hunt that shit. They're not going to give it to you on MSC, CBS, NBC, CNN. They're not going to give you the truth on that. And if they do give you the truth, it's going to be right there in front of your eyes. They're not going to tell it to you. They'll show it to you and tell you a lie behind it. So you gotta know how to read the game, bro. You gotta know how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Cause life ain't nothing but a big ass game. But they're about to take away all the food and all the water. You seen what they just did to all the meat markets and dairy places. I showed you on my last videos what they're doing. They're destroying all the food, all the products, because they ain't got nowhere to sell it. Now they're on the news talking about people are getting sick in these grocery stores. Now they're on the news talking about food and water shortages. There's going to be a water shortage because there's a lack of CO2. And I guess they need CO2 to process the water to make it drinkable or something like that. But bottom line, I'm telling y'all, we don't have no more time. We don't have no more time. You better buy everything you need. You better get whatever you want, because within a week or two, like I said, within a week, probably now, because I made that other video 2 weeks ago. And I said about 2 weeks, so we got about another week before you don't have any more grocery stores. All they got to do, and all they're going to do, and mark my words, they're going to say the stores are infected with coronavirus, the employees are infected with coronavirus, and they're going to say the supply chain is fucked up because of the coronavirus, and they're going to have to shut it down until they get the supply back going. But what people don't realize is nobody's been making products. You know, you might have chip companies making products, but their main food companies have not been making products. So we're not going back to a situation where it'll be back processing food again. If anything, we're going to be growing food like slavery days, you know, for jobs. So I'm telling y'all, man, we don't have no fucking time. We don't have no fucking time. They're about to take the grocery stores and water from us. And after, like, let me break this shit down to you. After they take the food and the water away from you, the next thing they're going to take away from you is your power. When they take your power away from you, your internet and all that thing's going to go with it. So you'll possibly have internet if they don't turn the internet off first, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they'll turn the whole power off, everybody's power off, nationwide, before they'll turn the internet off, because that would be more alarming. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, the government we have has to be politically correct when they doing their dirty deeds. You know what I'm saying? They're not just going outright do us like that because they know we'll uprise on their ass and fuck them over. You know what I'm saying? So they got to sneakily do this to us. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling y'all, they're going to take the food and water away, then they're going to take the power away. Y'all better buckle up. You better go get you some candles. You better get your flashlights. You better go get you some way to cook food without power. You better go get you some food and water. And when I say get you some food and water, I ain't talking about getting no meat. You idiots, because I'm going to tell you something. If you go out there buying meat, that's the last bits of meat in the world right there. So do you want the last of the last? You don't. You don't want the last. And if you're grabbing that last food, you don't know what, if it's contaminated. You don't know what that meat is contaminated with. You don't know what's in that meat. You don't know how they processed it. You don't know how they lack of processed it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust no meats right now. I would go back to beans, rice, or not back. If you ain't vegetarian, I would eat beans. I would eat rice. I would buy canned vegetables, canned fruit, canned foods. You have to go back to the World War II mentality. Canned vegetables, canned foods. If you didn't even realize, canned vegetables and canned goods were created in World War I. They were created. I think it was the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken. But they were created to preserve foods for war times. You better know we're in war times, and these ain't no fucking jokes. You know, you better know times are serious. You better know that this shit is serious, man. You better go get you some food, man, or it's over for you. There's no more time to play with this shit. They're gonna disturb the food chain and the water system. And they're going to blame it on coronavirus. They're going to blame everything on coronavirus. But coronavirus ain't shutting shit down. They shutting shit down. You know what I'm saying? It's your big homie, Big Baby, man.